What's everybody doing? This is Archangel, doing a little review of the gun, one of the guns I built. You guys have seen some of my other videos before, basically just do some reviews on my own stuff, and I basically use what works well for me and is a nice item it looks good but it's also functional. We'll start at the back. This is a 5.56 configuration. The stock I decided to go with is from Magpul. It's the ACS stock. It's a nice stock. It has 2 tubes on each side. You can put about, I'd say 3 to 4 AA batteries in there. I'd say 2 on each side. I think I have 6 CR123 batteries for the EOTech. It's a nice stock, as you can see. It's a nice thick stock. A lot of people don't like bulky stocks, but it's not super bulky as compared to like an A2 stock. Has a nice rear butt pad. It's not a super thick butt pad, but you can also buy a thicker one. I'm gonna flip it over now so you guys can see a little bit better. Has a little storage compartment here. You can go ahead and open it up. You can kind of see in there. You can fit some paracord. Probably won't put batteries in there. It's not a watertight compartment, so I won't put batteries in there. The upper 2 compartments are waterproof because you have a nice thick rubber seal here. It has an adjustable stock, and it also has a locking part, so you can go ahead and lock it in. And it's definitely not going to move. You can put a quick detach swivel right there. You can put your traditional loop sling there. I also have the Magpul single point attachment right there. It's very nice when you go from strong hand to weak hand. Moving up the rifle, I have the Magpul Miad grip. I got the Bravo Company Gunfighter charging handle, the large configuration. I like the large one. You can go with small, medium, or large. I like large. It's a lot easier to grab. Plus, if you have gloves on or something like that, it makes it very easy to grab. Magpul backup iron sights, the rear and also the front. They're nice. They're light. I beat the crap out of mine. They always hold 0. I do like the Troy ones, but if you don't want to go and spend between $200 and $300 for a set of sights, you can get these ones for about between $80 and $100. The lower is a very nice lower. I was very, very happy with it when I went and spent the extra money. It's from a company called Black Rain Ordinance. It's a very nice receiver. As you can tell, pictures don't do it justice. That's why I decided to put it on a video. It's a very nice receiver. It's ceramic coated. Has a beveled mag well in it. Built-in trigger guard. All the components were nice. I didn't polish anything up. I didn't clean anything off. This is basically how it looked when it came right out of the box. It's a super tight receiver. There's an adjustment screw like you see on a lot of the mega receivers. I have the EOTech up top with the GG&G protector on it. I have the Spikes Tactical enhanced lower kit, which comes with the K&S pins, which are very, very nice. If you like to get a nice little upgrade, ain't gonna cost you a lot of money. That's definitely a good upgrade to get. Nickel boron trigger. We'll go over to the other side. Go ahead and pop the If you guys have ever seen the movie Boondock Saints, you'll go and you'll recognize that. Nickel boron bolt carrier group. I'm not sure if you could pick it up or not, but the emblem, Spikes Tactical, it's real hard to see on camera, but it's very nice. Also, you can see it's engraved Black Rain Ordnance right there. It's just a lot of little stuff that just makes the gun stand out. Ambidextrous safety. You can either run it or not run it. I like it, especially when you're going from strong hand to weak hand. But as you can see, this side is about the same size Move the sling out of the way. As this one, you'll see a lot of other ones. The one on the right hand side of the gun will be smaller. I'm probably going to see if I can either shave that down or just find one that goes and drops in. It's a little bit smaller. I got the Yankee Hill Diamond Series free float handguard. It's one of the very few that they make that's actually gives you like a monolithic look the whole way across the top. I got the Magpul, the Angle Vertical Grip version 1. I like the version 1 because, as you can tell right here, it goes from being straight up to here. For my hands, I have it on all the rifles I have. I like this feel better. The version 2 is just straight across. It's a little bit different. I like this one a little bit more. As I said before, the Magpul backup iron sights in the front. The Yankee Hill compensator on the front. As you can tell, it's pretty aggressive looking. It's one of the nicer compensators that's not going to go and cost you an arm and a leg. I got Streamlight, just a regular LED one, and I actually bought this mount. It's a very cheap mount in price, but I've beat the crap out of mine. It hasn't moved. I bought it off of Amazon, I think, for like $10. It's very cheap. I think NC Star makes it. North Star, I think, is what the long version is, but you could tell it's a not bad mount at all. And that's basically almost it for the review. The GG&G, as you can see, it's just like that. You just pop up on that side, it pops right up. The back side is spring loaded too, and you can see I actually have the XPS on here. I like it because it gives you, as you can see underneath, but I still got more room to go move it up if I want to do the magnifier on the rear, but it also gives me enough room to where it's not super long, like putting a big block Chevy like how the 512 is on top of your gun. But I will say this about the Spikes lower kit. I've used the DPMS lower kits in the past. They're not bad, but you also get what you pay for. These parts seem to be like they're coated. I'm not sure if you can tell, but a lot of these parts seem like they're coated. They're not, especially with like the safety. You can tell after you use them, the grease and stuff from your hands will sometimes turn them almost like a brown, like small little surface rust. I've been using these parts, and there's not a whole lot of rust on them whatsoever. They're very nice. They're coated. I'm not sure what they coat them in. I'm not sure if it's a clear coat or what, but it's a very nice coating, whatever they decide to put on there. As like I mentioned before, you'll probably see more reviews, but go ahead and put this one in the books for Archangel's Skull 556.